Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel D Creations Resources. Today let us talk about probability. You have probably heard this word. Well, there are different synonyms so as to say that someone uses the word likelihood or someone uses the word chance. So there's some event which is going to occur or which may occur, and you are trying to find out how much likely is it that this event will occur, and that is the probability. So we can say that it is the long term chance that a certain outcome will occur for some random process. So we had used the term event earlier, but you can also use the term process here. The simplest example is, of course, of tossing a coin. So if you toss a fair coin, there is a 50-50 chance that it comes up heads, and there's a 50-50 chance that it comes up tails. So two things can happen when you toss a coin, and we are concerned with only one of them, that is getting a heads. So the probability here is 1 upon 2. So 50% or 0.5. So the range for probability will be always from 0 to 1. It has to be some number between 0 to 1. Because if it is completely improbable, the number would be 0. If it is 100% probable, the number would be 1. And other probabilities lie in between. So if you want to talk about probability formula, then it is usually denoted as P of E, and it is number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Earlier we had spoken about tossing one coin. Now let us think about tossing two coins. So if two coins are tossed, then what are the four possible outcomes? Both heads, that is HH, one head, one tail, that is HT, one tail, one head, that is TH, and both the tails, that is TT. So if we get two heads, what is the probability here? It is 1 upon 4, that is 0.25. Now if you throw a fair dice, what is the probability that it will show a certain number, say 3? Well, there are 6 possible outcomes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So the probability that it would show a specific number such as 3 is 1 upon 6. Now coming back to coins, again imagine that two coins are tossed simultaneously and find the probability that at least one is heads. Now the word at least is very important, because when two coins are tossed, we've already seen that there can be four outcomes: HH, HT, TH and TT, and at least one heads appears. So here the outcomes should be either HT or TH or HH. So there can be three different outcomes because we are saying at least one head. So even if there are two heads, that is again included. So out of the four outcomes, there are three where at least one heads appears. So what is the probability there? 3 upon 4, that is 0.75. Now similarly, what is the probability that both are tails? Well, again, the total outcomes were 4, HH, HT, TH, TT. Now both of them have to be tails, so only one outcome, TT, satisfies this condition. So the probability is 1 by 4, that is 0.25. Now what about the probability that at most one tails appears? So HH, HT and TH, there are three different outcomes where at most one, because when you say at most one, even the probability that no tail appears is also considered. So you have it as 3 upon 4. The probability is again 3 by 4. And now if you say exactly one head appears, what are the outcomes when this happens? HT and TH. So out of the four outcomes, HH, TT, HT and TH, there are two where exactly one head appears, and so the probability here is 2 by 4, that is half. So if you see, Depending on whether you are saying exactly or at most or at least, the probability is going to change. The likelihood is going to change. So it is very important to note what the condition is and then calculate the probability. Thank you.